I'm sorry if you can hear the wind outside, but it's honestly like Wizard of Oz out there. Like, it's scary wind. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be based on Instagram. So like how to grow your Instagram, how to gain followers, all natural as well. It's just tips that I've learned in the last year on how I gained followers. Now, to be honest, I've only actually known about this a couple of months ago, so it was a really slow growth for me up to a few months ago, and then I gained followers. Again, I'm not an expert, I'm not an Instagram expert, and to be honest, I could start doing a few of these tips that I have as well. I know these tips, but sometimes I just don't do them and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm definitely not where I want to be with Instagram. Of course, I want to gain a lot more followers than I have, but I'm very grateful for what I have, and it's grown so much in such a short space of time. I started influencing or like creating content on Instagram in March of last year, and it's now, so March 2020 and it's now March 2021, which is crazy, but yeah, it's only taken a year. So I want to just get straight into this video because I don't want to ramble, I don't want to make it too long, I want to get straight to the point, and I'm rambling already. But yeah, grab a pen and paper or grab a cup of tea, whatever you want that's going to get you through this video, and let's just get into those tips. So the number one tip out of all the tips I'm going to give today is engagement, and I feel like this is really important and only something that I've learned recently. And if you have like an Instagram business account, so anyone that is like a personal blogger or whatever, you will have your insights. That is there to make you grow your business. Like, that's why Instagram gives it to you, so that you know how your audience is communicating with you and how you're doing with your posts. Like, it's there for a reason, so definitely keep an eye on that. So the first thing is literally just communicate with your followers. Like, even if you have 2 followers, communicate with those 2 followers, because that's how you gain more, and like building a relationship with them. So if they comment on your photo, comment back to them. And what a good tip is, when you're commenting back to someone, make sure that it's 4 and plus words in the comment, because Instagram actually sees that, and when they see that, they think, oh, this is a general conversation, and they'll boost your post. It's a weird tip, and I've learned that from a video that I watched a few months ago, but if I find out who it is, I'll leave a video down below. But that's a really good tip. So it's honestly just replying back to comments on your photo. That's the first thing. So when you upload your photo, make sure that in that like 30 to 60 minutes after you upload, that is your real engagement time, and that's when Instagram's going to be watching your post. So in the 30 to 60 minutes, make sure that you reply to as many comments as possible. If you are getting thousands of comments, which you probably won't, that's why you're not watching this video, I'll try to reply to more than half of the comments in the first like 10 minutes of uploading, and then I'll come back to it in an hour and I'll try to reply to the rest of them. Even just being active, so let's just say being active on your story. When you're being active on your story, you're uploading polls, question box, just really communicate with your followers, because Instagram sees all that, and that's why that they push these kind of like features on Instagram, is that you can communicate with people, and that's the Instagram that will boost your page because they know that you're really active on the app. All Instagram want to know is that you're active on their app, and they'll boost your account. You could literally have no followers at all, but when they know that you love their app, they'll boost your account, they'll boost your post. In like communicating with your followers, so asking them questions, tell them a bit about you. This is more for like businesses, but if you're someone that just wants followers but you don't want loads of followers, you literally want to make friends basically, and you want to have real followers that will actually like you need to just communicate on your story. I feel like people nowadays actually know what I'm like in person than they did before, because of how I come across on my story, and I would be 100% natural on my story. I never try to be someone else. This is me, and I feel like I've gained followers from that. I feel like the more you chat on your story, the more that people will see you, and the more that they'll relate to you. And if they don't like the way you come across in your story, they probably won't like you. They might block you, they might mute you, you never know. But that's how you gain like natural followers and like organic followers, is if they genuinely like the way that you come across in their story, then they'll genuinely like your Instagram, and then they'll follow you and they'll communicate with you. But when I'm actually going to take my phone now and I'm going to show you the insights on Instagram. So when you go into your insights, it shows you your audience. I can show you here. Put my cup of tea down. So when you go into Instagram, so this is my Instagram right now, you can see it there. So as you can see, it says insights right here. So when you click into this, it says your audience. So this is my audience, which is my followers. And when you actually click in here, first of all, it shows you exactly how many followers you have. Because usually like when you pass 10k, it only says like 10.3 or 10.4. When you go into this, it actually shows like how many followers you actually have. but you can see your overall growth. So I've gained 700 followers in the last 2 weeks, and I've lost 300 followers. So it shows you that, and you need to make sure that you're gaining more followers than you are losing them, and that's really, really important, obviously, because you want to be losing more followers than you're gaining. But it shows you your top locations and your age range. So my age range is 43.8% in 18 to 24 and 38.3% in 25 to 34. So because I know that, I can base my content off of that. So I know, like, when I'm doing content and stuff, I'm like, okay, I need to do content for 18 to 40-year-olds. Like, that's what I'll base it off. If my age range was 13 to 17, I would base it more off of that and try to educate those people. Now, again, 2.9% of my followers are 13 to 17 years old, which is a lot of people. But I just make sure that I kind of focus on the highest number. But down here, so this shows you the most active times, and you're going to need this for when you are posting and you're putting up stories. So this is on a Monday. My most active time is 6 o'clock tonight. If I was to upload a photo on a Monday, I would upload it at 6 o'clock, because I can see here that that's when people are most active. And I feel like that's because on weekdays people work. So obviously at 6 o'clock they're back from work, and then they're all on their phones. 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock are the highest. If you tap here, it actually comes up. So actually on this Monday, it's 6 o'clock is 12.6 thousand people, and at 3 o'clock it's 11.8 thousand people. So what I would do is, because you know that this is like your peak hours, upload it an hour before. At least then when people come on at 6 o'clock, they literally have that story or that post that you've uploaded the hour before, and that will run through for that whole peak hour. So we'll say the highest time is 6 o'clock on a Monday, so I'll upload my post at 5 o'clock, and I know then that it's going to run into the peak hour. But that is just a good tip, and you can go across the days so that it's the same on a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then you can change it to days. Now, this is hilarious because every single day has the exact same amount of followers active. That's because we're stuck at home, like what else can we actually do? But keep that in mind, because you're going to want to obviously post your photos and your stories when people are active. Like, you don't want to be posting and then no one actually see it, and it's just going to get lost in Instagram. What you can also look at before you upload a story is how many people are online. So if you go into your story, if you go to upload a story and you go across to live, so right now at 8 o'clock tonight there's 143 followers active right now, which is actually active on the app. Now, of course, when you go live or you upload a story, if people have you on post notification, they'll get a notification. Or if people are active on your account a lot, your story will come up first for them. But that's just another way of checking how many people are online right now. Like, if you have something really important to upload, you can check right now how many people are actually active on the app, and then you can kind of go based off that. But when you interact with your I'm still on engagement first of all, but when you interact with your followers, Instagram makes sure that they add that to your engagement, and this is all part of your engagement, and it's going to add your insights. And then when you are contacted by a brand, or you want to contact a brand, this is where this all comes in handy. So if you, let's just say on one of my photos, so if I go to one of my photos where I replied back to comments, so let's just say this post that I have here, so if I view the insights, you can see the engagement, you can see how many people have visited from their home page, from your profile, so by clicking into your page and seeing that you uploaded a post, from the explore page, and then just from others. So that could be from people shared it or shared it into group chats or whatever it is. And then you can see how many people saved your photo and also how many people commented. And so I have 53 comments on this photo, and I actually only have half that because I replied back to everyone, but it will come up that my comment is a comment, so it's coming up that I have 53 comments. Instagram will take that, Instagram will take the information and put that towards my insights. So it will say that I have like loads of comments on my photos. So when brands see that my photos and everything is like very interactive, like there's loads of people commenting, they're going to want to work with me, even if it's just my comments. But that's a good tip to anyone. Make sure you're commenting back to everything. Your insights are very important. Like, that is how you get brand deals, and that is how you get PR packages. That is how brands contact you, and that's the information that they'll actually want. If they ask for your insights, when a brand contacts you, it's going to touch on this a bit, but when a brand contacts you to work with them, they will first of all ask for your insights. And if your insights are very low, like let's just say if you have 20,000 followers and you're only getting a couple of hundred likes or a couple of hundred comments, they're not going to want to work with you, because it doesn't matter how many followers you are, you have to be interactive. So let's just say if I had 10,000 followers but I was getting close to 10,000 likes, they would work with you. It's actually not about followers, to be honest. It's about how many people are actually interacting with your account. You could have 3 million followers and only getting 1,000 likes, and that happens to some people, and brands won't want to work with them even though they have 3 million followers, because they know that it doesn't matter how many people, it doesn't matter how many products they give them and how many posts they upload, it's only going to reach 1,000 people, because no one is actually bothered about their account, not engaging with their followers, so no one actually goes to see what they're going to upload. So engagement is very important. So just keep an eye on your insights, even if you have to write down, like, on a Monday at 6 o'clock, this many people liked my photo, or this is the time that most people are active, and then you know for next Monday that's when you upload. You will notice the difference straight away. I actually only learned about this before Christmas. So before Christmas I gained about 3,000 followers in the last 3 months. We say 1,000 followers a month, which is a lot of followers. And that's because I learned about this. So but yeah, engagement is so important. Other engagement tips, so we're still on engagement because there's so much got to do with engagement. But when you upload your post, make sure that you promote the shit out of that post. So share it to your friends, even if you wanted to. Share it onto your story, and anyone that's just swiping through their story, you're forcing them to see the post. The most important thing, to be honest, is replying to comments and just being really active with your followers. Again, replying to DMs, like, reply to all your DMs. And you know what's really good as well, which is another kind of cheeky tip, but I suppose it works. If you have loads of DMs, reply to your DMs literally like a few seconds before you upload a post, and that post will more likely show up on their page, so that means that they like it. If you're someone that gets loads of DMs, make sure you're replying to everyone. I don't understand when I see people put up like oh, I have like 100 message requests, I'm just going to get back to them, or I have loads of messages to get back to. Like, you have loads of time. You know, it's not that hard to just reply to someone's DM. And now I know when you have a full-on content day and you have loads of message requests, you will eventually get back to them that night. But why would you ever let messages build up? Like, if someone is texting you, they genuinely like want your opinion, or they're trying to text you for a reason. So why don't you just reply to them straight away? Like, I just reply to everyone in my DMs, and like, I get messages being like, oh my god, I didn't think you're going to reply. But like, of course I'm going to reply. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're messaging me for information, and I'm giving you information, and to be honest, it benefits me because I know that I've given them good information, and they might go tell their friends like, oh, Chloe told me this, which gets my name out there. But again, like, you're educating your follower, and that's what you want to do. Like, that's why you have followers, because you are an influencer. As rotten as that word is, that's what you are. So reply to all your DMs. Like, don't be leaving your DMs build up. It doesn't look cool. You're the only one that can actually see it. So just reply to your DMs and be a nice person. So the last thing I want to touch on in engagement is hashtags. Now, to be honest, I don't use a lot of hashtags. When I was starting out, I did use loads. So if you are someone that is starting out now, use your hashtags to get your bit of followers, and then when you know that people are engaged with your posts, you might need them as much. But when you're posting hashtags, make sure you use different hashtags for each post, because if you use the same hashtags, Instagram will actually flag it as spam. I don't know why they do it, but of course they do. Like, they'll literally flag anything as spam. But make sure you just change up your hashtags. Like, if you're doing makeup for one look, maybe tag some makeup hashtags and then some fashion hashtags for your next one. But what you also want to do is have a very diverse group of hashtags. So let's just say the hashtag makeup tutorial has like 3 million posts. To be honest, your post is going to get swallowed up in those, and it's never going to become like the top post unless you are someone that's getting over 3 million likes. So make sure if you do hashtag makeup tutorial with loads of posts underneath, that you hashtag something else, like, let's just say, I don't know, something like lipstick X or something that's really small. That hashtag might only have 100 posts under it, so you know that your page is going to go up on top. Just make sure that you have some bigger hashtags and some smaller hashtags, just to make it diverse, because that means that people will be more likely obviously to see your post. You don't want to be hashtagging these big hashtags that you're never going to get engagement off of, but the smaller hashtags you will, and then when you're getting the engagement from the smaller hashtags, you will more likely show up in the bigger hashtags. I hope that made sense. But drink for every time I said hashtag in that sentence. But that is it for engagement. I think I've touched on everything, but engagement is the #1 tip, and that's what I wanted to touch on first. So next we have commitment. Commitment is a big thing. Like, if you, of course, at the start you're going to be getting like barely any likes and you're going to see nothing from it, but you don't, like, Rome wasn't built in a day. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's a very cheesy saying, but it's true. Like, you're not just going to upload an outfit pic and change up your theme and then think like, oh my god, everyone's going to follow you and everyone's going to like that picture. Now, fair play to you if they do, but it's going to take a few months. Like, it's taken me a whole year, so 12 months to gain 20,000 followers. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people have actually gained a lot more than I did, or some people haven't gained that much at all. It's a very short space of time to be gaining 20,000 followers. Like, that's a lot, and I'm so grateful. But I put so much work into it. Like, thank God we were in lockdown. I feel like I could have cheated the system a small bit because I did it in lockdown when everyone was on their phone. But again, like, commitment is a really big thing, and if you want to pursue this as your career, first of all, I have the heater on for my dog and he's like, Okay, that's him moaning in the background in case you think it's anything else. But commitment is a really big thing. Like, if you want this really bad, it's like going on a fitness journey or going on any other sort of journey. Like, if you want something, you will go for it, and you just need to work it hard. Even if you're seeing no results at all, like, you might be seeing results for months, but if you want it, they'll come to you. You need to just stick to it and work on it and be consistent. You need to be consistent, and I feel like commitment and consistency can almost go under the same heading. But you need to, like, if you're not posting every day, maybe start posting every second day, but make sure that it's proper posts that's actually going to educate people and a post that you're happy with. Don't be just throwing up a post because you're like, oh my god, I need to post today, let's just put this up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not something that you're actually happy with. You need to be happy with your work. Posting every day or every second day will definitely make you gain followers, because Instagram is like, oh my god, she loves this app, like, she's posting every single day, let's boost her post. Like, there's people behind Instagram, like, you need to know that, and it catches every single thing. Like, if they know that you're on your page or on Instagram every single day, like, Instagram want us to be on that app from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep. They want everyone on the app. So if they see that you are posting every day, they will boost your post. If you feel like you're like, oh my god, I'm going to be so pressured into posting every day, you need to make a schedule. But on Sunday, I went out and I got my content for the whole week. So me and my mum went out in the car. I had 5 outfits in the back. I got into the 5 outfits and I took my photos, and now I am chilling out for the rest of the week. Well, I'm not actually chilling out, I have loads of work to do. But I'm not worried about posting every day. I have a post for every day. So if you are someone that wants to do this, like, for a living, you need to get a schedule and you need to be doing this. Like, you will spend a whole day getting content, but that'll do you for the week, and then you can focus on your story work and brand work then for the week. That's what I'm doing. I like to get my post ready, so then if I have actually any work that's sent in from my agency, I can just go straight to it, and I'm not worried about trying to get a post and get a photo and then trying to do the work. And I have a schedule that I stick to, and it actually makes me feel a bit comforted, because it can get very overwhelming when you have, like, oh my god, like, this brand wants to work with you for this amount of money, you need to get this done for Friday. Like, that literally happens, like, and that's happening to me right now. I'm waiting for stuff to come in the post, and if they don't come in the post, then I can't do the post for the end of the week, and it's stressful. So when I have content to get done on top of that, it's very overwhelming, and it'll make you not even want to do the job. So you need to just have a plan, and sometimes a plan doesn't go to plan, but once you have your backup posts ready, honestly, you will just sail through it, and it'll be so fun. You need to make sure that it's fun and that you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, then it's not for you. Another heading, a niche. You need to find your niche. Now, to be honest, I feel like I haven't fully found my niche yet on Instagram, but it can be very important. So when I started out, my niche was makeup, and I feel like it still is. Like, if anyone says to me, like, oh, what are you, like, what do you do? I say I'm a makeup artist. I always say I'm a makeup artist, and I'm a freelance makeup artist. I would always say that. I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm an influencer or whatever. I would just say I'm a makeup artist because that is where I started. I feel like when people come onto my account, they can see that I'm like a makeup slash fashion blogger. That's what I say, to be honest. And a bit of lifestyle thrown in there. But if you are someone that's just uploading random stuff, like one day you're working out and the next time you're doing makeup, the next time you're doing massages, and the next time you're doing facials, and then you're cooking, it can be overwhelming for your followers, and they're almost like, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Like if you have a niche, like let's just say you are a cook and your whole page is about cooking, or if you bake and your whole page is about baking, you're going to attract people that love baking and they're going to love your page. But if you upload a baking post and then in 2 weeks time you upload another baking post, you're going to be like, oh, like I only wanted to follow her for the baking post, so I don't really want to follow her anymore. But what you also want to be doing is making sure that the content that you're giving out is going to actually educate people. So let's just say if I put up a post, I will make sure that I tag my outfits in it and I give off some information about the post, so that just engages people and it makes them stay on the photo for a bit longer. Now another good tip is when you're uploading a photo, it's actually more attractive to Instagram that you upload a carousel. So do you know when you can like swipe across to people's photos, that makes the person that's looking at your photo stay on that post for longer, which is going to increase your engagement. And again, if you upload a caption where you have to click to see more, that person is staying on. So that could take them honestly about 5 minutes. Buster, sit. That could take, like the person could be on your page for a max, or on your post for a max of 30 seconds. If they were to just swipe down, see your post and just see your small little quote under it, that's it, they're done, they've seen it and they're going to swipe. But if they have to sit there, why am I using my hand when I have my actual phone? If they were to sit there, go through your 3 carousels, go to your caption, click see more and read that, they're on it for about 30 seconds, less maybe. But Instagram's going to see that and they're going to see, oh my god, this person is staying on their account or their post for a long time, let's boost the post. It's all like, it's mad how it works, and I've only learned this now, so hopefully I can gain a lot more followers out of this as well. But yeah, it's crazy how it works, so just keep those in mind. And again, just giving out like educational information, you know, don't be boring. Sometimes now when I'm uploading like on a Sunday, I will just put down a quote that might make people feel happy, but then again that quote might actually motivate someone and then they will like the picture. You just need to think about the audience that's watching it. Like if you are a fitness instructor, your post should probably be educational and like will educate the person, and then that will make them click into your page if you see on the explore page. Yeah, you just need to again stick to your niche and just be uploading educational information. That's what Instagram is, and if you want to be an influencer, you need to influence people. But yeah, that is the tips that I wanted to give you. So that's like my tips and tricks that I've learned literally over the last few months, and I feel like it's definitely worked for me, so I hope they work for you, and if they do, let me know. Now I do have a few questions, I'll get those up and I'll answer those. I might have answered them already in these, but I'm just going to go through them now. So how do you gain confidence to grow? I feel like you just need to be confident in your work and then people will be attracted to you. I know when I started out I was so scared, but I was like, why would I worry about someone else's thought on me and not worry about how I'm actually feeling? Like this is going to make me happy and I'm going to be so happy to do this and I'm going to feel so confident after doing it. And I'm just going to grow myself. Why would you worry about what someone's going to think of you for honestly about 5 minutes and then they'll forget about you? It's your life, so do not be being like, oh my god, like that person's after saying that about me, I can't do that anymore. Like everyone's going to have an opinion anyway, so you might as well do what you want to do and actually give them something proper to talk about. That's what I've actually told myself, like do what makes you happy, and if people want to talk about you, let them talk, because if anything, it's actually going to get your name out there, and they'll get over it, because I've had a lot of people say stuff about me when I started out, and these people now follow me and they look at all my work. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, you just need to stick to it, and if this is something you want to do, there's going to be judgment in every single job that you do, so you need to just know that if this is something you actually want, and you are committed and you're going to do it, don't even bother listening to anyone else. If you follow my Instagram, I actually got a few questions there about how to overcome judgment and all that. In the next few weeks, I'm going to be focusing on this stuff on my Instagram, and I don't want to give away too much yet, but there is something coming to my account. So if you follow my account, I can touch on this For now, there's loads of videos and podcasts on how to overcome judgment. If you go on to Sinead Hegarty's podcast, I will try and get a photo of it around here. If not, I can leave it down below. She has a podcast up of how to overcome judgment. Listen to it. She honestly tells you everything you need to know in that podcast, and I promise it will literally change your whole mindset. So anyone that asks me that question, go on to that podcast now, or when this video is finished, watch that podcast and listen to it. So someone asked what camera or lighting, etc. do I use? I use a ring light from Amazon. It's called Zomi. I think it's actually discontinued, but the newer ring lights are, to be honest, any ring light at all. Like, I think you can get ring lights in Home Savers. They're really good. Like, I do like them. I'm after ordering studio lights for like either side. It'll be way better, because I feel like a ring light, when you have that like ring on your face, it's almost just focused on me, and I feel like the studio lights will actually brighten up the whole room, so I'm going to get those. But for now, I literally have a ring light. I have my Sony Z1 and I have my iPhone 11. I love the camera on my iPhone 11. Like, I really, really like it. So yeah, that is actually what I use. So I use my phone for Instagram work and use my camera for YouTube work. So how did you collaborate with brands when you had a lower following? You literally just have to ask. If you have a low following, it's most likely that brands probably won't contact you, which sounds awful. Now, to be honest, if they like your feed, if you are somewhat small amount of followers, but you have a really good feed and it's going to suit their brand, they will contact you. But what you can actually do is just get up an email and contact the brand. Even if you were to just say something like, I use your products all the time, send them your insights, few good insights, they will want to work with you. And just be like, I would love to collaborate with you. And even if it's on a gifting basis at the start, I know brands love that. At the start of me doing any of this, I wasn't getting paid for it. I was taking like products off of brands for free, and I was promoting their brand for free. Brands are obviously going to take up on that. They were like, yeah, I'll give you the products. Don't have to pay her. She'll promote it, and then people start buying my stuff. That's all they can think of. So take stuff on a gifted basis at the start. Like, that's just how you start. You will be working for nothing, because I was working for nothing. I was literally getting no money, and especially in lockdown, I was broke. But now it's my actual job, and I'm getting paid for it, and I have an agent. See, for someone starting out, to be honest, you're gonna just have to take products on a gifted basis. It'll be so fun though. Like, it is so fun to get like PR packages in the door. And eventually, when you start growing, you will need someone behind you and someone there to do the work for you. And now I have an agent, so I'm with the collaborations agency, and they do all my PR and all my branded work. So they contact brands, or if they see brands that are looking for someone, they'll be like, oh, I have Chloe, she's really good. They'll send across my insights and send across my fee, and then they pay you, and then you do the work for them. But yeah, if you're starting out, honestly, you can't get anything unless you ask for it. Just ask for it. Ask them. The worst they can say is no. And then in a few months' time, when you have your followers, they could actually come back to you and be like, oh, I actually want to work with you. That has happened to me. I've contacted a certain brand, and I got told, like, no, they're not looking for anyone to work with. And now they're like, oh my God, like, you send me across your insights because I really want to work with you. I have something that will really suit you. And I'm like, I asked you like 7 months ago and you said no. Any of the other questions that I have is like, what would people think? What content is best for growing? How to gain, like, what content is the best? I've literally just answered all that. There's no content that's the best. Like, you're either good or you're bad. There's no certain content, like, because there's so many people doing fitness, so many people doing makeup, there's so many people doing fashion. You just need to focus on what you're actually happy with and what you love doing, and then grow off that. I feel like I've answered every other question. Someone asked, how do I plan my feed? So this is something I'm going to touch on before I finish up this video. I have an app called Preview right in here, and it literally makes me plan my whole Instagram before I even upload the photos. So as you can see, this is where I'm at right now. This will be up in the morning, so I'm not blocking it out. It's actually work with Inglot, so this will be up before the video is even up. So this is my feed right now, but I have all of these photos that I have planned to upload. So I'm never, like, I know that I'm always going to have a photo to upload, and I know what way my Instagram looks, so I can move around the photos. Then, like, I can move this over here if I think it looks better there, and you can literally plan your whole Instagram. So it's just easier for you to plan your Instagram, and you know what photo is going to look good. Like, if you're someone that wants your content to look cohesive, you want your colours to match, this is a good app to use. I'll actually leave it down below for you to plan your content and plan your Instagram, and you know, like, oh yeah, they're all going to look good together, and you can mix and match your photos. I think it's a really good app, and it's a good app to kind of keep you organised. Like if you just have your photos to camera roll, they can literally end up anywhere. So when I know I have a good Instagram photo, I'll upload it to the app, and it'll just be there for me to upload whenever. But yeah, it's a really good app, so definitely download that if you're someone that wants to plan your Instagram feed. But I think I've touched on everything, and I think I've answered everyone's questions from my tips. But if you want to visit my Instagram and see how my Instagram is going, my @ is Koyce. I'm on TikTok and I'm on, obviously on YouTube. You watch me on YouTube. I'm also on Twitter. I don't use Twitter a lot, but if you want to follow me, do. I'm just Koyce again. Sorry, my notifications. But yeah, I'm Koyce on everything. So look me up. Oh God. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope that you find your niche, and I hope that you enjoyed the content you're creating if you are starting to create content. My dog is moaning in the background again. But yeah, that is all for now, and if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram. I will more than likely be active on that all day, every day.